Welcome to the show. The craziness that lives inside my head. This is Eric. On this podcast, I'm going to try to sell my book. Now, today is Monday, August 10th. The book is is on sale at Amazon. It will be free. If you have Amazon Kindle Unlimited, you can get my book starting tomorrow, Tuesday, August 11th to August 5th, that's Saturday, for free. But you have to be in that program, Amazon Kindle Unlimited program. You can get my book for free. The book that's on for free is part of the Nemesis Horizon Project series, and the name of that book is called Gerheime Krieg. It's German. Gerheime Krieg. Why is German? Because the book is about these hybrids, and the hybrids that are featured in this portion of the book series they were taught German. And they have a little German accent. So anyway, if you want to know what it means in English, it means secret war. The secret war that's going on between the humans and the reptilians. I'm going to read chapter 2. Name of chapter 2 is The Colony. I'm going to read the chapter. And if you like it, okay. If not, also, it's very descriptive, very vulgar, very sexual. If you're not into that, then I turn the podcast off and go someplace else, whatever. Again, Nemesis Horizon Project, this series of the book, Gerheime Krieg, on sale for free tomorrow, Tuesday, August 11th to August 16th, Saturday, August 11th, tomorrow, Tuesday, to August 16th, Saturday, for free. But you have to be in the program of Amazon Kindle Unlimited. Chapter 2, The Colony. Stardate, 2040.45. I laid in our bed in the pitch darkness. The video of our lives together played on my eyelid screen. Trey, my love, my husband-to-be, was sound asleep beside me. I opened my eyes to make sure that it wasn't a dream. This was the man I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, through thick and thin, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. I cradled my stomach to comfort our unborn child. Dare I bring an unorthodox child in the world? I thought to myself, it was ours. I didn't care if my unborn child would be human or a variation of his hybrid father. I had no idea of loving a hybrid human would be not only challenging, but a life of mortal combat. I met Trey at West Point, the United States Military Academy. We both were being groomed to work for the Central Intelligence Agency, also known as the CIA. I fell in love with him with just one glance of those hazel almond eyes. He told me our third date that he was not 100% human. I laughed and thought that he was eccentric and a jokester. That one night, that one beautiful night when we made love, he proved to me that he was not human. The hair on his body obscured my touch to his skin. It wasn't smooth. It felt like scales on fish. I never felt anything like that before in my life. He had the ability to split his human tongue in two like a biting pitchfork. His body odor was sweet like honey. In fact, the taste of his sweat and his saliva was sweet like candy. His lovemaking was rough and gentle at the same time. No man made me feel so complete like Trey. It was his eyes that fascinate me the most. He had two sets of eyelids. My inner eyelid shielded me from the reptilian star Proxima Centauri. My outer eyelids shield me from our sun, he explained to me that night. But I must wear special sunglasses in the daytime and maybe sometimes at night to protect my eyes from the sun's radiation, not seen by humans. When I looked deep into his hazel eyes, I noticed computer code flashing across his iris. If I were to stare deeply into them, I would become hypnotized. I would wake up from one of those hypnotisms with Trey deeply kissing me and his voice renouncing in my head of how much he loved me. Then he started to explain to me how the end of the earth was coming as we know it. The human reptilian experiment of DNA manipulation created a race smarter, stronger, and more powerful than the humans. The CIA was studying him to find ways of controlling them or exterminating them from the planet. Their initial purpose was to build an army of humans to populate the outer planets. My darling Trey, who is one of identical triplets, was designed to live on the surface of Mars, and that was our destination. I never met any of his brothers in person. He showed me pictures of them together when they were in boarding school. Tyler was the first to enter this world, followed by Tyrone and Trey. The CIA was training me to be an abominist, which I became the top abominist in my class. I was taught how to colonize the planet Mars. We were going to escape Mother Earth for Father Mars and raise a family. But somewhere in the equation, we got mixed up with a bunch of abductees and outlaw hybrids fighting for their lives in the desert of the US. Is our destiny doomed? Was the question in my mind. Trey and I have been living with the abductees' trailer camp in the desert and fighting reptilian soldiers controlled by the unknown source. The leader, Morris, has reminded us constantly that these reptilian soldiers were controlled by the reptilians. Trey's gut instincts caution him that they may have been controlled by the humans. We are fighting a secret war, explained Trey. The governments and corporations of the world got the humans entrapped in their propagandas. I've learned in the past months that my husband-to-be knew exactly what he was talking about. Before I lost contact with my family in New York, they thought I was crazy when I told them that the earthquake and tsunami that destroyed the city was caused by our own government. Man, do not have that kind of power to do such things only God can do, my dad proclaimed, believing in the ancient ways. We escaped the pending doom for the mountains and was attacked by reptilian soldiers. My Trey fought them off and we escaped that catastrophe for the desert. Why the desert? I asked. It's remote so they aren't interested in spending time and resources to bring attention to our struggle to stay alive. There is a colony of hybrids and abductees surviving there. We must take refuge there and make plans for our next move. He explained to me as his loving lips, moist lips, kissed me. I was in love with him. And like a 1970s soap opera, we discovered that I was pregnant. It was an impossibility, according to Trey. Hybrids are sterile. They can't procreate. At least that was told to me by my dad and Dr. Fernandez. He said to me with his loving eyes, but his reptilian electronic magnetic ability to probe and scan the human body proved me right. And it was his seed that was growing inside me. After days of this After days of the constant silent bombardment of reptilians' night attacks, constricting our every move, our host explained to us his involvement of the war. You see, half-breed, I was abducted by the reptilians back in December of 1977. He began to tell his story to Trey. They turned my whole life upside down. I had years of nightmares over the event, and then I noticed a physical change taking place. My body and my senses were was meta how you say it? Metaphors, excuse me guys, into a reptilian hybrid prototype. But you look quite human to us, maybe very old, but your body performs like a 30-year-old, Trey told him. I don't know what they did to me on that spaceship. I got stuck in a snowdrift and I thought I was going to die in that blizzard. After a few minutes, I freed my car from the snowdrift and continued on to my then girlfriend's house. When I got there, I was 4 hours late. I think they called it missing time. The nightmares began. Nightmares of me seeing dead bodies in a pool of blood, and I escaped into the blizzard. Then I woke up. Then I would wake up. Morris was sweating a lot at this point. It was obvious that he was reliving his nightmares. He continued his story about having children that were taken from him and his wife. I could tell that they tried his best to use all of his senses to detect any reptilian codes in Morris' DNA. He has been through such transformation which I cannot comprehend, Trey told me sometime later. His physical DNA does not match his brain composition. He thinks like a human, not like a reptilian. When we were alone, I would always question Morris' motivations. I don't like him, I exclaimed one night during our lovemaking. He creeps me out. He's not real, Trey. There's something weird about him. I can't put my finger on it. I grabbed him by his head and kissed him deeply. I'm afraid for our lives here. We've got to get out of this colony. I agree, he said as we looked into each other's eyes. My senses tell me that we should flee soon and as fast as possible. But where, Kalia? I was waiting for communication from my brothers and granddad. I have not heard from them in months. This is the only place I know where we are welcome and we can make a stand against them. And who are them, Trey? Answer me. I flung the question at him in frustration and desperation to escape. I don't know, he replied with a confused facial expression. Morris keeps saying they're the reptilians, but my gut tells me they're the humans to get rid of all their evidence of trying to populate the planet with hybrids. My mind's video was interrupted by a high-pitched hissing in my head. It was the hybrid's alarm system. We were under attack once again. Within the darkness, Trey quickly got dressed. It was just like every attack at the crack of dawn. You stay inside. I need you and the baby safe, he said as he felt my stomach with a kiss. Wearing his specialized sunglasses, and then flew out the trailer door, readied for war, armed with his trusty sword to chop off the heads of reptilians. That's not the end of the chapter, but I just want to give you a sense of what the book is about. Nemesis Horizon Project is a novella series. And this book I just read you is the third book of the series. Like I said, Tuesday, August 11th, the book is free on Amazon if you're a Kindle Unlimited customer. My book is free until Saturday, August 16th. This is Eric, and thank you for listening to the craziness that lives inside my head.